Many of you are asking God to help you with things. Many of you are asking God to, Lord, help me with this. Help me with a job. Help me, Father, with this. Lord, I'm believing you for a spouse. And at the same time, you're going to a psychic. At the same time, you're going to see a medium. God has nothing to do with that. There's a lot of you, you're into witchcraft and you're mixing the two. A lot of you, you're going and getting your baths, you're getting your oils, you're doing all these things, and at the same time, you're praying and asking God to help you. At the very least, some of you are going and getting your palms read and getting read by tarot cards. It is a witchcraft. And while there may be some accuracy, you got to realize that those spirits, they're called familiar spirits. They're familiar with you. They're familiar with certain things. Familiar is just what it means. There's a difference between knowing and being familiar. A lot of times when you go to see a psychic, they're going to say, I see this, and they're going to ask you some questions, and you are going to fill in the blank. You're going to fill in the blanks. Familiar spirit, witchcraft, mediums, that's all in the Bible. That is not of God. It's not of God. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of you, you're Christians, you say you're a Christian, and you're going to see a psychic medium. You're going and you're reading your horoscope to see what's going to happen. You have books. I used to have tons of books, and I thought that it was cool. It was okay. Actually, a lot of those books were on point. It would be this big, thick book with all the signs, the astrological signs. And it was great. And me and my friends used to sit there and look at them and read them. And I just thought nothing of it until the Lord opened my eyes and showed me. How is it that someone that doesn't know you will know stuff about you? Well, at the very least, you are aware that that person is getting that information from somewhere in the supernatural. They didn't go call your brother, they didn't call your sister, they didn't call your cousin, your auntie. They don't know you, they didn't ask your neighbors. So you are open to the fact that they are getting the information out of the supernatural. That's why they can tell you things about yourself. But know that they're not talking to God. And so God has nothing to do with that. You're going to psychics. You're getting those things because you're getting desperate. You're losing hope. You're losing trust in God because his pace is going a little too slow for you. And a lot of times the things that you're desiring and you're asking for, the thing is, are you truly ready for it? A lot of us may pray and ask God, you want this, you want that, but is your character prepared for it? You may think so, but know that God knows you better than you know yourself. When you open your doors to mediums, when you're opening up yourself to psychics, when you're opening up yourself to practice witchcraft to get the things you want to do, and this just came up. There's a lot of you who you're trying to get a man, and what you're doing, or a woman, but it's what's coming in my spirit is about a man. You want that man. Some of you have a husband, some of you have a boyfriend, but that was acquired by you doing witchcraft. You got something that belonged to him, and some of you made him some spaghetti and you put your menstrual blood in his food, and you did all these things, and you caused him, through the conjuring of demonic and supernatural spirits, you got him. And I'm going to tell you that you will have to work to keep him, and you're not going to be able to keep that man, and you're not going to be able to get that man when you are using demonic influences to try to acquire that. There's a lot of you who you're working hard, your marriage is falling, you're working to keep it because you got it by the ways of darkness, by demonic influence. Some people be like, oh, I don't believe in that and I don't believe in this. No, your blood really has nothing to do with it. Your blood had no power. You getting his shirt and giving it's true. There is nothing like that. None of that is real. All your blood did and all you did by getting his clothes was you created a pact with the power of darkness. But what is real are those demons and those spirits. They're real. So they just have to give you something to do to say, well, do this, because they need to get you to move to be in agreement with them. And they just come in and do their thing. But it has nothing to do with your blood. It has to do with the fact that you opened the door and you invited those demons in and said, come on in, I need your help. So those spirits are going to come in and they're going to cause that man or that woman, but I feel like I'm mostly talking about men here. This is going to cause that man to come to you. You're going to get him, but you're going to get him and everything else that is tied to the darkness that you used to get him. Stop while you can. If you're already married, I don't know what to say, but get before God and pray to God that he can help you with that, because it falls apart. And that's what the enemy enjoys. He likes to give you stuff and make you think it's a great idea. And he enjoys slowly pulling the bottom out and watching you scramble. And as you scramble, you need more. You need to go back and get another fix and another potion and another thing to do and another sacrifice. And you're in this cycle. Many of you are using witchcraft. People are using witchcraft in church on people. There are people who are in church that is using witchcraft to get what they want. They're giving gifts to pastors that has been prayed over and has a specific goal and agenda. They're eating food. Stop eating food. Everything people's given to you. Use discernment. Everything ain't for you to put in your mouth. There are pastors, some people, some leaders who are not saved. They are witches assigned that just comes to your church and they are holding hands and touching, agreeing with you. And they are a servant of the devil. Everybody is not everything. Everything is not as they appear. But the only thing you have to do is open up your eyes. How am I getting all this revelation? If you get to know God for yourself, I always tell you, don't believe Arlene. Don't believe me. Read your Bible. Read it. Pray and ask God, clean slate, Lord. Let me know you, and really be honest and earnest in your heart with that, and you'll see what he'll open up your eyes to. Let me get on track. Some of you are praying and at the same time you're using witchcraft. That's an abomination to the Lord, and God has nothing to do with that. God is not going to be a part of that. Stop what you're doing while you can, because you really are paying a price. And it's going to be worse than what you could ever think. It's going to be more expensive. It's going to be far more steep than you can afford. So stop it while you can. All right? Bye.